How's that for wonderful North Carolina music? We're celebrating North Carolina original productions here at UNC-TV today. We're celebrating the wonderful North Carolina state that we live in and the way UNC-TV brings that to you. Now, earlier we had North Carolina's My Home, the concert, shot at East Carolina University, all the way over in the eastern part of the state. And now here we are in the western part of the state. This wonderful concert was shot at Valborg Theater in the gorgeous mountain community of Boone, North Carolina. So what a great time for all of our viewers in the West and all of our lovers of this kind of original production and original music. Why don't you call in now and show how much you appreciate UNC-TV original productions. Now, it has been a great day here at UNC-TV, and in the last break we challenged our new contributors to call in so they could be matched by current contributors, and that yielded $6,905 in pledges, adding $13,810 to our tote board once those are added with the match. If you appreciate seeing your state reflected back to you, if you appreciate having artists from North Carolina like Doc Watson and David Holt. David Holt, by the way, was supposed to be here, and we're sorry he's not. He's the host of our Folkways series, but he's ill tonight, couldn't be with us. But why don't you show him how much you appreciate his work by calling in as well. Now, we do have, as we mentioned, we have current contributors that are willing to match new contributors. Let's take a look at how it works.
UNC-TV relies on support from so many individuals to make Festival a success. Because of the generous gifts from the following special people, during this brief break, your contribution can be worth even more to UNC-TV. When you call 1-800-984-9090 right now as a new donor to UNC-TV, these current donors will match your gift dollar for dollar. So don't wait. Go to the phone and make that call right now. And tell our volunteer that you are a new contributor responding to the challenge. And thanks for your support.
And here's exactly how that works. Say you are a first-time contributor and you've made up your mind that you'd like to contribute $50. Your first-time contribution of $50 will be matched from a current contributor that with another $50, making your total investment at that point $100 in value to UNC-TV. But then perhaps you work for a company that offers the corporate match program, and they might match your original investment again for an additional $50, making your first-time contribution of $50 worth an investment of $150 to UNC-TV. It's a great partnership here that we have between you, our viewers, and also the corporations that do the matching pledges. We want to introduce you this evening to Jan Davidson, who's the director of the John C. Campbell Folk School. Jan, we're happy that you could be with us this evening.
I'm so happy to be here.
And I understand that you actually do know Doc Watson. Could you tell us a little bit about how you met him?
I know him as a fan. My dad took me to Asheville from out in Murphy, where we're from, in 1962, and I got to meet Doc and get his autograph and marvel at his musical ability. And I've been a great fan of his ever since, and he's phenomenal.
Well, terrific. I want to remind our viewers that we have some thank you gifts available that are related to this program. And the first one would be that for a pledge of $75, we'd be happy to send along to you the CD that would have available some of the music that you're hearing this evening. We also have the video of this program that you're watching right now that's available for your contribution of $75. And we hope that you will consider making this pledge on North Carolina Day. And perhaps you can tell us a little bit more about having that Doc.
Well, I've seen him many times since then and always enjoyed his music. The thing about Doc Watson is that he maintains these old musical traditions, but he always has added something to everything he's ever done. So he puts his own great creative artistry into this, and Doc is just he's a beacon for anybody who wants to play music and wants to learn about North Carolina music. He's just the best.
Well, that's terrific. We'll be talking more about it, but right now we're going to go over to Tom.
Earlier tonight, we talked a lot about the wonderful collaboration between Lewis McWowen and Charles Geralt that created North Carolina's My Home. This production also was a collaboration with the very talented television artist here in North Carolina, Michael Sheehan, and his company Acoustic Specials. We want to do more productions like this, but we can only do it with support from viewer dollars. Now, we would really like to hear from the western part of the state tonight. We know this kind of music is important to you, particularly viewers in Wilkesboro, the viewers in Boone, West Jefferson. Why don't you show that you support public television tonight? We know that you watch us regularly. We can tell that with our audience data. But we need to know how much you support this kind of original collaborative production. Again, a reminder, at the $75 level, we'll send you a CD of the music from this wonderful concert, An Evening with Doc Watson. Most of your money goes to support UNC-TV programming, but it's a little thank you item we'll send along with your contribution. At the $75 level, you can also get the Doc Watson video, the concert that you're watching right now. What a great way to support public television and get an item that you can share with someone else, or just a reminder that you supported public television during festival. Here's Diane again.
Thank you, Tom. Well, Jan, as the director of the folk school, I'm sure you know a lot about the music that you're hearing this evening. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit about some of the songs that you've heard.
Well, one of my favorites is Dixie Darling, and my wife loves that. I even play it for her a little bit now and then. Dixie Darling is a whole Carter family song from the 1920s. Some of the others that Doc does have come back here from Scotland and England and Ireland.
A lot of that kind of music in the mountains.
Those traditions that were brought to the mountains by the early settlers. And today, places in the mountains like the Campbell Folk School, people go there to learn to play music. And anyone who decides they want to learn this kind of music looks up to Doc Watson as one of the great examples.
Well, as we all do, I'm sure. And we hope certainly that you're enjoying this concert this evening. And it certainly appears to be, because the phones have been very busy. So we do thank you for that. And now we're going to be going over to Tom for more.
Again, we're celebrating original productions here at UNC-TV. We're watching this wonderful Doc Watson special that was done at the Valberg Theater in Boone. Earlier, we celebrated the North Carolina is My Home concert. Later, we're going to have James Taylor on. So what a great way to support public television, show your support of original productions here at UNC-TV. We want you to call in right now and say yes to public television. That's what this is all about. At the $75 contributor level, we'll send along a copy of the CD from the concert that you're watching right now. It's an original CD recorded there in Boone. So what a great way to enjoy music that was recorded right here in North Carolina. At the $75 level, we'll also send along a copy of the video, the concert that you're watching right now on tape. Again, a great way to share this program with someone else who may not be watching tonight. We really would like to hear from the viewers, particularly in western North Carolina tonight. We heard a lot earlier from people in the east who were celebrating that wonderful program that was recorded at East Carolina University. This program was recorded in Boone. So let's hear from the viewers in Wilkesboro, West Jefferson, Boone, and the surrounding areas, and anyone that wants to celebrate Doc Watson and his talent, David Holt and his talent, or just wants to make a statement about public television. Call 1-800-984-9090 and say yes to original production on UNC-TV. These volunteers are here for one reason, and that's to talk to you. They're here from First Union Bank. They're going to be giving up their entire Saturday evening. But you know what? They can't be very effective unless you dial the number on your screen. There's no way they can make contact with you unless you call them. This is interactive television at its best. You make the decision whether to call, and they'll take care of the rest. Here's Diane again.
Well, it's been gratifying to hear that the phones have been very busy this evening during this program. It's another sign that UNC-TV has really struck the right mission here to be offering programs for and about the state that we live in. And for you, all of you, across the state of North Carolina, we're hearing from many, many places throughout the state this evening, and we do thank you for your pledges of support. Doc Watson is truly a treasure to this state, a North Carolina treasure, and it's gratifying to hear that your phone calls are showing that you believe so as well. UNC-TV will take the funds that we invest, including the $75 that if you send in that pledge for your CD of this particular program, the music from it, some of the selections that you'll be hearing in the segment coming up. And we can also make available the video of this program. It's a terrific show that we shot up there in Boone several months ago, and we're very proud of it. We think it's not only a visually beautiful concert, but of course the music is great as well. And we can make that available to you for a pledge of $75. For those of you who are calling in your pledges of support, we're very thankful. And we're going to be heading back to the concert in just a little bit. But there's still time for you to go to the phone and dial 1-800-984-9090. And if I haven't convinced you to call, here's Tom with more.
Thanks, Diane. I misspoke earlier about our volunteers. We really appreciate they're here, and they are from First Citizen Bank, and we really appreciate them being here. I apologize for that. They're a great group of volunteers, and they came in great numbers, and we're going to need every one of them here tonight because we're going to be working them very hard. Won't you please pick up the phone and dial 1-800-984-9090 and talk to one of these volunteers from First Citizen Bank. Now, this is a great way to celebrate original production on UNC-TV with this kind of response. We know original productions are important to you. We know that you think it's an important part of our programming here at UNC-TV, but frankly, it takes a lot of your dollars to produce these programs. We want to do more programs with talented people like Michael Sheehan and his Acoustic Specials Company, but we can only do that if you call in with your support. A reminder, at the $75 level, we'll send along a copy of the CD from this concert, which we'll be going back to in just a minute. And at the $75 level, we'll also send you a copy of the video of this concert. A reminder that most of your money goes to support UNC-TV programming. We're not selling this item. It's just a way of our saying thank you to you for your support of UNC-TV. Now, a reminder that at the $25 contributor level and above, you'll get Centerpiece Magazine. It's a great monthly publication, has lots of articles about what's going on at UNC-TV, has monthly listings of UNC-TV programs. It's a great way to keep in touch with public television. We do appreciate the large gifts that come to UNC-TV, but in fact, about 40% of our contributors are at the $30 and below level. And so we appreciate any gift level at UNC-TV, and we will take your dollars, use them wisely and efficiently to bring you original productions like this. Now let's go back to more of this wonderful concert. Thanks for calling.
You're watching the 11 stations of the University of North Carolina Center for Public Television. This is UNC-TV, learning for a lifetime.
We're celebrating original production here on UNC-TV and this extraordinary talent, Doc Watson. If you think it's important that UNC-TV bring concerts like this from the Valborg Theater on Appalachian State University campus to you, then we need to hear from you right now. We need you to dial the number on your screen and say, yes, I want to see North Carolina excellence reflected back to...
Children's programming on UNC-TV is made possible in part by Winn-Dixie. Remember, you can enjoy one-stop shopping at its finest with everything from